Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we got breaking news to discuss involving RTB, NB. We all know what's going on with Miles Bridges now. He had unleashed, a crazy freestyle, that we must report. It was on the radar. A lot of your favorite artists, today, go there,
Yeah.
and do that thing. So this is definitely relevant in the hip hop circuit. But I don't know if it was the right time for the Charlotte Hornets. I definitely want to pose that question to the people. We're going to discuss it. Miles Bridges, he laid out a thunderous freestyle, and I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. From just musical, it was a heck of a freestyle. I must admit, just he was talking, he was spitting. Keeping it real. But the thing is this. This is Miles Bridges. You understand? You just got out of a crazy situation. And some of the things that he was just talking about in this rhyme, you may start to bring some of those remnants. I was just discussing with the people that the Hornets now are going into the season with no baggage. This guy,
Yes.
Miles Bridges, has just, I don't know if he's trying to bring some luggage on board. I don't know what's happening. But look, I just want to pose the question, and we got Chief in the building. We're going to discuss this. I want to know, is this a negative situation for LaMelo Ball because you have Charles Lee in place, you have Peterson. To me personally, they just paid Miles Bridges some cash.
Yeah.
Rich Paul facilitated that deal. I'm starting to think, did he just slap them in the face, after you got the money and did this? I mean, this is a bad time for what the Hornets are trying to do,
Right.
and we must discuss it. And Chief, man, I got you here with me. You had an excellent live stream. You discussed with the people. What's your thoughts on this whole Miles Bridges fiasco and how it's affecting the Hornets and what they're trying to do this season with LaMelo Ball at the helm?
Shout out to Flight Sports TV, the machine as always, man. I appreciate you having me on here. And we did talk about that on Tribe Sports Media, man. Shameless plug. It is what it is. Um we we've been talking. If you go by Tribe Sports, if you look into some of the other older videos we were doing, we've been on Miles Bridges since he came back to Charlotte last year. And this is one of the things that kept coming up in that live and in the chat. What is the status and what is the future of RTBMB? RTB, if anybody don't know, that's Real Trench Baby. There's a group that he has out in Flint, Michigan. Him, Capo, Shy, and I think there's a couple of others. They make up that group, that clique. You know what I'm saying? That squad, however you want to say it, right? And of course, Miles headlines that squad. Although Capo is pretty good too, Flight. Capo got some fire too, and Capo may have to carry the mantle now because when he did it, it is an achievement. That he got on, like you said, I call it the green room. He got there. All some of the great artists of this time have passed through there to do freestyles. So on that, I think for his artistic side, that is a victory, right? But the timing, if he was going to do this Flight, I think he should have done this like in the beginning, like right after he got the deal. I think he could have went and did a freestyle, and then I think Charlotte PR could have worked around it. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe they could have worked around it, explained it away, or at least they would have a chance to create a counter piece of PR after. You know, he does this after Miles is doing this after handing out school bags and candy to children in Charlotte, bro. That type of imagery they're trying to put out for him. Then he does this. Now it is what it is. This is what the bed. Hey, we make no excuses for anybody. He made that bed, Flight. He made that bed. So with it to return in, he didn't just come back in clean, Flight. He had to. There are certain things that Rich Paul had to do to make sure that he was able to come back, number one, and to come back in a way that at least there's neutrality. At least if there are voices to continue to speak on his domestic, that is spoken on, but he is learn from it. You know, all these things that have to happen in order for him to move in this NBA if he wants to have like a career, like a really good career, instead of every time we turn around, he's doing something that now has to be cleaned up. You understand what I'm saying, Flight? So, you know, the very next day he toasted out that he's gonna drop a tape and then he's gonna retire from music. That's what he said after dropping that freestyle. You know, so I thought the timing was right going right into the season. This is not what you want. This is not the energy you want going to the season. Charlotte have crafted a damn near perfect PR campaign this summer, you know, in terms of changes, new players, new attitude, Hornets DNA. They're out golfing with the VP. All that stuff is put out. This doesn't fit that. It is what it is, like.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, man. I just love what's happening right now. You know, you've seen, Peterson come in and the new ownership, and they started to inflict change. You know, you brought Charles Lee, and Charles Lee was hands-on in the summer league. You understand, from the ground. He brought in all of the Charlotte Hornets, including Miles Bridges. I thought it was a sight to behold. You understand, when all of the guys were courtside for the summer league.
Yeah.
And they all had their great specific handshakes, and looked like Miles is one of the leaders on the team.
Yes.
And as one of the leaders, where people are looked at, you got Brandon Miller in the fold. Pardon me. He's looking to take his game to the next level. You have T-Jan that's coming up behind you. You understand? And you are the leader. You are the head honcho, one of the head honchos, and this is what you do. I'm really just questioning what's happening here. The only way Miles could bury all of this is playing better. You understand? Go out there and ball and get the Hornets to the postseason. Anything else, all your past is going to get revisited. You understand? And you want to bury all of this stuff that happened last year. If they make the playoffs and put up a good fight, nobody's even going to remember what happened with Miles Bridges a year ago or whatever the heck, or even this freestyle. You
Right.
understand? Do you agree with that? Do they have the ball to get off this baggage?
I agree. They have the ball, and he cannot do anything else. Miles, the only thing that we should be seeing from Miles is dunks. That's it. Dunks from Lamelo Ball. That's all we want to see. Airbnb, return. That's it. That's all. Nothing else. The off-court things are going to cut into Miles's reputation. Now, fair or no, this is the game he's playing, Flight. He's playing this game, right? And you don't pick a freestyle over $75 million bag. You just don't do that. You simply don't do that. I don't care what anybody say. I don't care what they say, Flight. That $75 million bag, you trying to build that back up after you fumbled the bag. He fumbled $100 million, Flight. On his head, by his hand, So it's not over with, Miles, just because you signed the deal. This is what it is. That's all I'm saying, Flight. That's it.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, man. Chief, I know you're gonna continue more Hornets content, and you know you got more stuff coming on this Miles situation. Where can the people find you to get more of this knowledge that you out here discussing over this YouTube landscape?
Tribe Sports Media, baby.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports